Russian writer and one of the greatest authors of all time, Leo Tolstoy, once said, and I quote, "Let us forgive each other, only then will we live in peace." The Ohaneze Indigo Youth Council Worldwide has appealed to the Catholic authorities to forgive Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka and reopen the Adoration Ministry in Enugu, which was shot after his outburst against the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. In a statement, the group said the prolonged closure of the ministry may affect many homes which benefit from it through direct employment or charity intervention. Balaji, when you read this story, what came to your mind?
Yes, you actually, when you look at the situation, what Mbaka said is not surprising. If you look at the history of Father Mbaka, anytime there's any major election coming, he will come out with something explosive that will keep everyone talking. So the fact that he took on Peter Obi this time around, described as being stingy, and that based on that he won't win the election, it's expected that Father Mbaka would, And it is a very touchy thing, especially for people in that part of the world, because if you look at it, Peter Obi, his influence is growing daily, and the Catholic, they started one of the canon that you don't denigrate any person, I think, and they felt that what Mbaka did was kind of a denigration of the character of the candidate of Labour Party, and they had to take action on it. And I think that with time, unless there's, because I know that there be a time that they were trying to curtail the activities of Mbaka. Maybe this is going to be an opportunity to do that, because the information now is that maybe they want to build a church there so that the man could be sent abroad for training or that. I don't know whether it's going to happen or not. But the fact is that Father Mbaka has always been like this whenever there's a major election coming up. This kind of...
All right, Adewale, let me come to you. Well, it's okay. Actually, it's okay to forgive.
Yes.
Very okay to forgive.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Father Mbaka, is he actually ready to do the needful? And when I say do the needful, proceed with caution.
I look at this issue of Father Mbaka from angles. And Bishop Callisto Sonaga, who issued the papacy decree, is in order, because those laws made by the papacy, they are almost stronger than the laws of the state, because you hardly see people challenging them, say, we want to go to court and all that, even though they are not in the constitution. So it shows how powerful the Catholic Church is. I think that Father Mbaka, there is a kind of, what I see is growing up the church these days. And we have seen it happening in some other parts of the country. And that is liberation theology. People are trying to say that, look, the religious organizations, whether in Islam or whether in Christianity, cannot stay away from the social contradictions that people face, the poverty, marginalization. They cannot stay away from politics. And there's no way you cannot continue to isolate the church or faithful from,
politics.
From politics, because political activities, political policies affect church members. So that it's no longer, safe to keep quiet when their members are, direct victims of state policies. So I think that's the ideological difference between, Mbaka and those that are fighting them. And if you see that, this liberation theology started in the 60s and early 70s, where Catholic people are saying, look, we need to be part of the change. We need to mobilize our people. We cannot keep quiet. So I think that's what informs his popularity all over the country. And look at Father Kokatu, Christians, Muslims, because he speaks power. He speaks truth to those in power. So I think the church must recognize that their leaders can no longer continue to be silent. Okay. They are not punishing because of the statement made on Obi alone. It's an accumulated thing. Each time there's politics, it will come up and say it's mine. So we need to be able to balance, the two. That look, church leaders, they also need to speak for their people, for members of their. And I hope that they should forgive him, because he has actually apologized. Okay. I hope they should forgive him and then open up that church.
All right. So one thing I took away from this story is the fact that the Adoration Ministry caters to a lot of people. How do we draw the balance? How do we balance these needs with issues of discipline needed from Father Mbaka?
Yeah, I understand about 25,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that. You know, he deals with them,
Yeah.
meeting their needs, opening access to
direct
them,
employment as well.
direct employment and all that. So, and you see, the whole essence of spirituality, you know, it's not just about going to heaven. You also want to live a good life, even though you dream you want to go to heaven. So, if people meet your essential needs, those people will automatically become your heroes. So that's what he's doing, and I think it has become so popular, you know, to the extent that we can no longer be ignored. I think the Catholic Church should begin to, well, they need to tame him, but they should also see him as an asset, one way or the other, to that institution.
An asset?
Yeah, you see, let me look at there are two major Catholic fathers now that are always making waves in the country. We have Martin Kuka and we have this Mbaka. You see, like it has been said by Wale there, you see, there's no way you can divorce what happens in the church or in the society from what is happening in the church, because those who make up the society are members of the church. And for someone like Father Mbaka, for what they do there at the Adoration Ministry, 25,000 people for them. In fact, we even look at during that Adoration Ministry event, we have a lot of people coming to do one thing or the other. Maybe some people come to trade, people come and buy. It is an improvement on the economy, you know, helping the economy of that area. And most people are making one thing or the other. But with the closure now, it's going to be a problem because nothing's going to happen again. And that's why those people are saying, please forgive him. You know, the Bible has said it. And I could remember in those days when we were reading Shakespeare, the quality of mercy is not straight. It dropped, you know. You see, you need to forgive, because that's the doctrine of Christianity too. Forgive. The man has apologized. Forgive.
So that's what I'm saying.
Because the effect, there will be the effect on the people. If you don't open the Adoration Ministry, there will be effect on the people, because those who are trading, those who are making one thing or the other, will not be able to make it. The money will not be coming. So it's important.
But do we understand that with this agitation for reopening and let's overlook and all of that, if when another father, another highly placed minister of God does the same thing, people would also come out to say, okay, Father Mbaka's ministry members were agitating for him to be forgiven. We can also do the same thing, because we really need to draw the line.
Well, you see, look, if another person comes out today and says the same thing that Father, it may probably not even have any major impact. It may probably not have any, yeah, because Mbaka has made a name for himself over the years, with the other trances, his statements and all those things, and the fact that people really, the love the people have for him, those who go there, because he was catering for certain needs that are missing in their lives, you know. So if another person comes in today and says the same thing, he may not have any traction, you know, and we just not take it with too much seriousness.
All right. Let's move on.